Yeah. You know, actually, what I'm having an interesting issue with myself is along the similar lines. I've been watching One Piece lately, and I was thinking to myself, and I've kind of thought this off and on, especially about One Piece, is I think their pacing is too slow, or at least I thought until last night their pacing is too slow in the sense that their story arcs are 40, 50 episodes long when I think, man, this arc could have been 20 episodes or 10 episodes less than it was, you know? And so I was thinking, man, you know, like, because I was thinking to myself, you know, this arc is enjoyable, I'm liking it, but it's taking so long to get to the finale that I kind of wish you'd get there faster. So I was thinking the exact same thing, but
hey, buddy,
then...
Glad you made it. Unfortunately, they didn't bother the refueler. This should take a few minutes, then we're out of here.
But then I was watching last night, and I'm finally at the end of the arc, or the climax of the arc, and I realized that something happened, and I was actually kind of tearing up over something that happened, and it occurred to me that if it had been 10 episodes shorter, I might not have gotten the same emotional impact, because the extra time I spent with those characters that I thought maybe weren't that important, or the stuff that happened that I thought you could have really cut this out, stuff happened, and I was like, okay, no, wow, yeah, okay then. And I thought about it a lot, and I realized that One Piece did that in almost every arc. So I kind of did a complete 180 on my feelings on it. So that was interesting. It's not often where I sit there and go, yeah, everything I thought, I was wrong.
And it's interesting. Celeria Rose says that the reason why the pacing for One Piece, and one of the possible reasons, is that they could do a one-to-one, you know, chapter to episode ratio. Like, so they compare it to the, I guess, the manga. That's like drawing, right? So the anime compared to the manga. And and see, that's interesting, and that was explaining it. And I'm really glad that it was more impactful, because you're like, yeah, it spent more time and it's more impactful. But see, even though comic books or manga, and am I pronouncing that right? I know I've heard
manga,
of manga.
I'm really not sure.
Potato, potato. Okay,
yeah.
Anyway, but even comic books and manga, there is, out of all the other mediums, they are the closest to films, because you can use a lot of the same things, like the idea of shots and angles and stuff like that.
Right.
But they're still very different things, and I think if you're going to make something for a TV or a movie of something based on a book or a comic book or some other medium, you have to make tweaks to it. Not a lot, like don't change all the characters and everything, but the pacing in a comic book is super different than pacing in a movie. So I think creators should be aware of that. They should be aware of the medium that they're recording in. Or like a video game. Can you imagine a video game that has the pacing of One Piece? People will turn it off within, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they keep it wrong, but yeah.
Welcome to JRPG.
Yeah, I actually kind of prefer. I prefer the 1-to-1 ratio, because I know, he's absolutely
Really
right. What One Piece does is they'll add little bits of filler into each episode to make it last the length of a. Because normally, one anime episode is 2 to 3 manga chapters in normal anime, so they kind of stretch it out. And the reason why I like this, even though it does add some stuff in there that's not in the manga, etc., you don't have to worry about these long ass filler arcs that I can't watch, because I know nothing important is going to happen. Like, the biggest difference between American comics like Spider-Man, DC, all that, and manga is that Spider-Man comics don't really advance all that often. You can read an arc of a Spider-Man comic and then skip 2 arcs and then pick up the next arc after that and not really have missed much, because that's the way Spider-Man comics are, and that's not bad, it's just the way they're written. However, Japanese manga, you can't do that at all. Every arc continues the story, so you're at a different point at the end of the arc than you were at the beginning. So if you miss an arc, you miss a lot. And conversely, if you put in a filler arc just to take up time and space, and you know that where they are at the start of this arc is exactly where they're going to be at the end of the arc, it makes me lose all interest in it. I can't get interested in it because that's not what a Japanese manga is about. It's about progression and moving forward. And if you like say in these next 20 episodes they're not going to move forward, then I just kind of lose it. But so I like what One Piece does because I don't have to worry about those filler arcs. I don't mind little doses of filler here and there, especially since I haven't read the manga. I don't know which is which. I don't know what's filler and what's not. So to me, it's all good. And even if it does make it slow, and I was even thinking, I was like, God, you know, this arc is kind of slow. When stuff happened, I was like, dude, okay, I am literally tearing up here. I am okay with taking their time. No, don't kill him.
You know what was a really good adaptation of a video game? There is a movie that is directly based on the Phoenix Wright series. I think it's only in Japanese. I don't think there was like an English translation for it or anything like that. So you're gonna have to watch it with subtitles if you're curious about it. But from everything that I've seen from it, even though I haven't played the games, I can pull out very iconic things about everything, and I can see that they put a lot of effort into mimicking how the video game would work, but also have like a good like movie length, an entire sort of like arc of like characters and things like that. It works really well. I'll just say that.
That's good. It's rare.
Yeah.
Someone's saying they skipped the Garlic Jr. Saga and the Otherworld tourney. I didn't because I didn't know they were filler. I thought they were part of the actual show, and I have to say I enjoy them. I think they were really well done filler. But see, the thing is, it's Dragon Ball Z. As long as the action is good, the story doesn't necessarily have to be. Well, I don't know. That's not necessarily true. I liked Garlic Jr. because Piccolo got a spotlight, and Piccolo needs spotlights because he doesn't get them very often. And I like the Otherworld tourney because I actually really enjoy any kind of tournament arc. I really enjoy the idea of one-on-ones with, and it's like, oh, I wonder what this fight's gonna be.
Oh yeah, the Outer World one, that did not feel like filler.
No,
that it felt like it was a transfer between two very large story pieces. But like if you did have them like directly next to each other, it wouldn't feel right.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
there was 7 years difference between the two.
Like
So,
you need a feel of how the culture works, especially since it was going into the Boo Saga, which was almost directly into how people acted. Like it affected the culture, society, and things like that. The Outerworld tournament itself really only introduced like a particular character, but. Well, a few characters, but I'm more talking about Pecan?
Pycon.
Pecan.
Pycon.
WaffleCon. Anyway.
But I actually I got a weak spot for tournament arcs of any kind, which is why I'm writing an entire anime type thing that's literally based around tournaments. Because something about it, something to me is just really exciting about knowing that there's going to be a whole bunch of one-on-one fights.
You're gonna have to remind me, because I've been holding on to this character idea for like a few days now, and I've been really trying to tell you, and I keep forgetting to do
Go ahead.
Okay.
There's no reason not to.
So,
just so everyone knows, in Inferno, you're welcome to do this as well.
Oh?
Basically, you've heard of Arena, the thing I'm writing in the forums, the story. Basically,
the Arena, yeah.
It's what I always wanted an anime to be, kind of thing.
Okay.
The story I have no problems with. The story is great. The characters, I have all that. Everything's easy. Everything's fun. The hard thing, and it's the hard thing with any shonen or any action type anime. Oh my gosh, who is throwing these? Hang on, I gotta deal with this guy first. Oh my god, they're really high up there. Well, poop. The problem with that is coming up with new and interesting powers. Because a shonen, especially, rises or falls on how interesting your fights are. And your fights, the interesting fights, revolve largely around what new and unique abilities opponents have. And of course, you gotta, like, your main characters, you have to give them something that's versatile enough that it can keep improving because they're your main characters. The villains, you gotta give them powers that are cool and unique, and when you see that, you gotta go, oh wow, that's cool. And the best kind of powers are the ones that are misleading. Like when you hear that power, you're like, oh, that's okay. And then you see what they can do with it, and you're like, oh, you know, So, I have... The story itself, I've thought of pretty much the entire story, which is a very long story, and I've thought of lots of powers and different opponents, but I'm running out of ideas for that kind of thing. Basically, I'm running out of powers to give people, because I can only come up with so many. And so I was telling Piff, I was like, as a brain exercise, if he can come up with what he thinks would be interesting powers, and I kind of gave him the rundown of the different types of powers in that world, etc., and just said, mull it over. And if you can think of a cool idea, let me know. And I will extend the same offer to you as well. Like, the thing is, it's not characters. I don't need the characters. I just need the powers to give them.
Gotcha. All right, I shall think about that.
Later on, I can give you a rundown because there's different types of people with different types of powers. But I could make it very simple. The one type of people, the wielders, just think X-Men. They're mutants. They all have one unique power that they can use in different ways, but that's all they can do. And if you think of anything cool, let me know.
I will.
Cool. I appreciate it. So yeah, cool. Piff, you were saying, yeah.
Right. So the character general power thing is that you said very briefly something about like shadow power. And I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
And I'm like, all right, let's try to think of that. And instead of actually having a shadow power, I thought to myself, well, maybe have something along the lines of have a person sort of project a what was it called? Sort of like another one of himself out of himself. So, what he can do in the middle of a fight is he's average fighter sort of thing, but what he can do is basically kind of like when he's running at you, he can then like stop but have his like other self keep running and like grab the person and throw him back at him, or like pop out from like different places and whatever.
So in other words, he can use his shadow as almost like a second person.
Yes, and at the same time, if he needs to have another like hit, he can actually like grow basically his shadow arm like out of him, so he can then like do attacks.
I like that idea. We'd have to develop a little bit because there's already, in one of the fights I've already written and published or whatnot, there's already someone who can do something like that but with two people at once. So, or with two shadows. So basically he formed two shadows to fight one guy and then did something while they were fighting. So that in and of itself might be a bit weak, but we can definitely, that's a good starting point, definitely. Because I think you could do a lot with that the more I think about it.
Yeah, no, it was definitely more of like a person who, by the way, the thing that he like throws out and has like a few hits almost like immediately disappears afterwards. So it's very much like he throws himself at another person, like either a grapple or anything like that, and he does his action and then he's done. He's basically disappeared, but he can almost keep doing that. Like he can keep making like these sort of like 2-second people.
That's cool. I like that idea. All right. Let's see. Here's the thing. I've actually was thinking about opening up a thread about that so that people could post their ideas. The problem, the reason why I hesitate is because if I write a story, I don't want to have to steal a whole bunch of people's like asking a few people, hey, what do you think, is kind of different than saying, everyone give me your ideas, and then here's one problem is that, let's say they give me a bunch of ideas, and when they imagined it with a certain character or certain things, and then I take it and I do something different, you know?
Yeah.
That's always kind of a problem. Or, again, if I have 50 people list 50 powers and I choose all 50 of them, I don't know. Would that really be considered kind of cheating? It's not. It's definitely... I don't know. I don't know if it's cheating, but I don't know. I'm debating doing something.
You're basically
like
trying to be like, I wanted to still make it my own story, and with these many hands, I'm not quite sure if it can be that.
Well, more like it'll still be my story, because all I'm asking for is the powers. I'm not sure if I opened it up to the public, if I wouldn't step on toes, because people don't want to just offer powers. They want to offer full characters. That's kind of what they want to do, in my experience. And I would be kind of taking their power. And plus, how to put it this way? All I would be interested in is the power, and it would be difficult because people would want to offer a power, and they'd also want to say, here's how the fight should go. Does that make sense? And that's not what I'm looking for, because I need fights to do a certain thing because I need it to fit a story.
Right.
So I'm worried that if I open it up too much, I'm going to end up taking someone's power and using it in a way that they didn't want it to be used and stepping on someone's toes.
All right.
But I still might do it, because who knows? On the other hand, of course, if I open up a thread and I try and make it insanely clear that this is all I'm looking for, then it's not really my fault if they get their feelings. I don't know. That's a hard thing to say, because even if it's not my fault, there is a certain point where you're like, yes, but you kind of know it was going to lead to that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to go down there somehow. I know I'm supposed to go down there somehow. How do I get down there? Okay, not this
with
way.
wings.
Yeah, probably. And sorry, guys, I know that the chat's been talking. I have not been able to keep up with it.
I've been barely being able to keep up with it, and I'm staring at it.
Let's see here. I feel like I have to get down there somehow. I need to get to those things. I don't know how to get to them. Choices. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, if you guys have ideas, maybe I will open up a thread, because you know what? As long as I make it clear, and if people do want to help out, I really, really do feel, especially a shonen like what I'm making, lives or dies by the interesting fights. You got to have interesting fights, and it's really hard to make interesting fights if you don't have interesting, unique and new powers, you know? So, maybe I will. I don't know what to do. Why are you just standing there? I mean, I kind of know what to do, I just don't know how to get there. By the way, Lando, nice ship. I mean, it is kind of classy. Also,
so yeah, that was the one that I've been just holding on to. I'm like, I gotta tell him it.
I like the idea, actually. In fact, I think I'll use it. Well, I'm curious if it might not be too... No, I guess not. There is a character that I'm going to be writing very soon about that, he's a wielder, so he's like the X-Men type thing, where he can, how to put this? He's kind of animalistic, like a cat type, and he can make multiple copies of himself and just keep making them. And he's kind of shadowy in the sense that he's kind of dark and kind of misty and shadow-esque, and he can make just many, many, many copies of himself, like Naruto.
All right.
But I think you're going along different lines. It's not just that he can make copies, it's that he can make one or two, but he can do a lot more with them than, say, Naruto could with his shadow clones.
Yeah, it's very much like the shadow clones for the other one is just like, yeah, they can do sort of like normal actions, but if they get hit once, they dissipate. This one is like they are full strength, like almost straight up clones of him, but they only last for a brief moment. And also he has the ability to basically since it's a shadow, he can actually just kind of make a clone pretty much inside of him. Not like literally inside of him, but like on him, and
right.
he can have it just like sort of do its attacks in the same position he is.
I see exactly what you're saying. Yes, Halo, I know that's what I have to do, and I know where I can find those codes. I just don't know how to get down to it. That's my only problem. I know what to do. I know where they are. I don't know how to get to them. Hello. Uh-huh. Watch, it's just a secret.
Oh,
just a secret.
Well, I mean, like, it doesn't actually go anywhere. It just gives me an item or something.
Yeah. I
Or
don't
not.
think so. Yeah, no, that's probably the way to go.
See, and I don't know. Some people have different opinions. I personally don't like it when a game does this. In order to advance the level, you just happen to have moved that one thing, and because you can spend an hour looking for that, and an hour that's not fun.
Yeah, I can go about either way. I like it to a point where, like, alright, I have to explore everywhere to find out where to go. Fine. But in a way where, like, if I pass it, like, 3 times and never notice it even when looking around, no. That's ridiculous. I had that happen in, Guise of the Wolf. Gosh.
What
That was not okay.
What did this do?
That's the one.
Oh, there we
Need
go.
to open the other section.
Oh, I gotta open another section. Well, ain't that just fantastic?
At least you got some
Fan-diddly-istic.
freaking, like, directions.
Yeah, kinda. Alright. Whee!
Because freaking Guys of the Wolf, they give you 0 direction. Oh my gosh. They're just like, when you get all the things, go here, and you're like, where would be the next one be?
I need right there. I need right there. Alright, let's see if there's maybe a box on the other side of the hangar bay. Also, I'm not opposed to reusing ideas that other animes have already covered, as long as it's the way the power is being used is interesting and new. Because think about it, every anime does it. I mean, every anime's got people with super strength or super speed, or people who can make copies of themselves or whatever. So I mean, it's hard not to copy something. The important thing is to find a new and unique way. Oh, hey there.
Hi.
Look at this guy.
Hey.
Wait, but there's like, they're all different. How do I know which one I need?
I think it's the third from the right.
Wait. X. Okay. What about this one? That is the no symbol. X and no symbol. So no symbol, this one, and X. Okay. Now that I got that, I know kind of what to do. I know where to go to make them those. I still gotta find the other broom. Broom? Yes. The other broom.
Oh, you need to sweep twice as fast?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I see.
Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, red was no symbol. Not that symbol, the no symbol. There we go, hang on. And blue was X.
Okay, the fuel's coming in.
Bam!
Yay! Woo!
Alright, now now I just need to go do one more little room. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to get there, but I'll find it. I think it's right here. I bet you it's right there. Give me. Give me.
Okay, sweet.
Give me access. Okay, I almost fell off the ledge there. Oh, hey, how about we save? I did it. I did it. Oh, hey, what about here? I wasn't able to go here earlier. I still can't go here. I just have one thing left to do. And I can get off Nar Shaddaa. There's actually another vent in the hangar. I will trust you. Maybe it's like in one of the walls and I wasn't looking. Maybe it's high up instead of low down.
Maybe.
Mama.
Just maybe.
Maybe it's a dragon.
I
don't think so.
Quite sure it's a dragon.
I'm not seeing it.
That
Maybe it's
big
under the
hole?
ship. Hang on, where's my light enhancement?
Light enhancement.
Yeah, it's to enhance light.
Number 1.
Obviously, duh.
Gauge.
Maybe there's another one right here. No. It's on the ground. I'm looking.
Maybe it's just on the other side.
Yeah, like, and there's nothing covering it, and I'm just a derp. That's possible. Hey, look at that.
Woo!
Thank you, Halo.
Thank you, Halo. Check out that strut.
Jeez.
Try looking up. Yay!
I'm cut ya. Oh my god. That man just fell apart. It's almost like I've got a laser sword.
Almost.
Wait, I didn't even cut him. His head just popped off. I want everyone to rewind that. This guy, this reload right here, I don't think I touched him. His head just went, I can't take it. It's a Jedi. Pop. I love it too. Lightsabers are like the perfect way to not have to include blood graphics either.
Good work, Kyle. We're set to go. Get back to the ship and let's get out of here.
Because it immediately cauterizes them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god, you have like a tiny lightsaber.
Oh my god.
I do.
I mean in Rift.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
What?
Because I have the laser scalpel.
Oh yeah, kind of. It's a scalpel though, not a sword.
It's a lightsaber.
It's a small lightsaber.
Here's a question.
Okay,
in the universe of Rift, did Star Wars ever happen? Not like, did it really happen? I mean, were the movies ever made?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, it's considering like the world ended about maybe 100 years after the present day, approximately, maybe closer to 50. So yeah, everything that happened in our past, they do plenty of pop culture references. Actually, in the Mercenary book, there is a mercenary company called the Demon Busters, and they hunt supernatural and stuff. And one of the members saw an old Ghostbusters video and tried to put the Ghostbusters logo on the side of all their vehicles, but the Merc company leader put the end to it because he thought it was really silly. So there's lots of pop culture references. Yeah, definitely.
All right, guys, hang on a second. I'm going to end the mission and start the next one. So, story time.
Ooh.
We're out of here.
Story time, bitches.
That doesn't sound good.
I don't believe it. It's not my fault.
Uh-oh.
Not story time.
Going somewhere, gentlemen?
You'd better get on the gun and hold them off. I'll have this fixed in a jiffy.
Oh, yay, gun. This ship even has a gun.
Sweet.
Love that going somewhere, gentlemen. I don't even know what he sounded like, but it just the line itself, I was like, quite sure about that.
All right, say goodbye to this wretched hive of scum and villainy, and hello to Cloud City.
Need any help?
Just sit back and get some rest. I'll work out a plan to get Desan and his remnant friends out of my city.
On second thought, Tavion, kill her.
Kyle! Ah!
Kyle, wake up.
No, Jet.
Kyle, are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Good. While you were sleeping, I hailed a new Republic base on Sullust. They haven't shown much interest in our little smuggling problem in the past, but now that they know remnant forces are behind it, they're eager to pitch in. A strike team should be arriving on Besman within a few hours.
No!
I thought you'd be happy to.
They'll tip off the sun.
Then we'll catch them later. Getting Desan isn't as important as clearing the city.
Jan's dead, Lando. Desan and his minion killed her.
Greif, I'm sorry, Kyle. Okay. Here's what we'll do. I'll drop you off on the lower levels. They've probably been overrun by remnant troops, so watch out. Chances are that Desan's operating from one of the loading bays above level 10, but you'll never get in without the proper access codes. Try to find Carbonite Chamber 17. I've hidden an old R5 unit there with codes to every loading bay in the city.
You always did plan for the worst.
Ever since that run-in with Vader. Anyway, I'll head up top and gather some old friends from the security force. We'll work our way down towards your position. If we're lucky, we can trap Desan before the New Republic arrives.
Yay! Let's risk the whole city for one man's vengeance. I love this idea. Hey guys, look, all my stats. I fired so many shots and I hit so many times and Uh-oh. Oh, my stream stopped for some reason. Hang on a second. No? Okay, I'm streaming now. What happened? What happened? Let me see if I'm actually still streaming. I think so. Sometimes my stream just like dies for a moment and then comes back on. You guys ever get that problem?
Yes, all the time actually. It's almost like some sort of hourly thing. Like once it hits like hour 8, it just will go out.
Okay. So, welcome to Bespin City, where the game gets much more fun. And I don't have to worry about snipers or thermal detonators ever again.
Are you sure?
I'm not positive, but I'm pretty...
Man, that was fun.
What the hell just happened?
The city took off.
Where the game gets much more fun, dies for no reason.
Wow, I'm having so much fun. Blood dies.
The character starts like having a heart attack.
Oh, okay. Hang on now. Let's see what powers I get. Force push rank 2. Force pull rank 2. Ooh, I can pull weapons out of the hands of enemies now. Mind trick. Confuse enemies for 5 seconds. Blah. Saber throw rank 1. Saber defense rank 1. Saber offense medium style. I need light style. Ooh, I have rank heal now. I have rank heal. Force heal.
Rank heal. Which is like rank pigeon.
Okay. You know what? I need to start stuff. I need to start stuff.
Whoa. Slow down.
I'm gonna start some stuff. Piff, I don't like your toenails.
Oh my god, Becky, look at Squee's butt. It's so round and out there.
Hang on now. That's going a bit too far.
You started this and you know you did.
I stole all of the beef jerky, but you're a bro, so let me know if you want some beef jerky. Oh, no. We had purple last time. We're gonna go with,
Rainbow!
I don't think rainbow's a color. Saber
full spectrum
color.
of colors.
Orange?
Yeah, it's orange.
Hmm.
Try rainbow.
Nope.
Damn.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, or purple. I'm going green this time. I don't care what you guys say. I like green. The chat, I did green and the chat hated it. They were like, no.
Really?
Oh my gosh, dude, there were death threats. It was...
Oh my god.
There weren't death threats, but there could have been.
I want a freaking rainbow lightsaber.
I might have to do dismemberment as well. G_saber realistic combat space 1. All right.
Well, Squeepy, before you get going again, I think I'm gonna take off. I got shit to do, my friend.
All right, take care, fella.
But it was a pleasure talking with both of you.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
And by the way, guys, I don't think I'll ever make my lightsaber red. I just don't. I can't. I associate red lightsabers with evil people. I know you don't have to be evil to use a red lightsaber, but I associate them with evil people. I don't like that. This guy is a very good... This is the example of what it means to be a hero.
Make your lightsaber blue. It's my only one creative decision.
No. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to disappoint your creative decision.
It's bullshit,
I'm
you know it.
sorry, Piff.
Make it blue.
I'm not making it purple, it was just purple last level. I was talking to the chat, but it sounds like I was just ignoring you completely. Make it blue. I'm not making it purple. Wait, what? No, I said... What? That was a head. Whee!
Don't blame it on the freaking prequels. The sequels had red lightsabers for the evil people.
Yeah.
The prequels only were just kind of following with the suit.
What are you talking about? Killing every droid I see is not exact. They deserved it.
I hope you get the alternate ending.
When you kill all the droids.
You just become the dark side. You become the dark side. You look at a room and it's like, this is way too bright, and then you like shift your body into a shadow and just attach to one side of the room.
Dude, your head's cut off. I wouldn't really worry about your hand right now. His head's on the floor over there. My hand!
What have you done to my hand?
I forgot I still had to fight these guys. I thought it was all stormtroopers from here on out. Oh well. Dun, 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 dun. Ow, that kind of hurt. Oh, hi. Come here.
Do you have a favorite game?
Yeah. The Mass Effect trilogy. I count it as one.
I can't because of how different they are from each other.
No, I have to. I can't. I'm in the exact opposite. I can't see them as separate.
I mean, see
I could,
game 1 and game 2.
Here's the thing. I could see them as separate, you know. I mean, but when saying my favorite game or not, yeah, take that.
Why are you doing this?
He deserves it. No, come on, just kidding. I'm just joking. No, seriously, it's fine. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't think it actually would let me kill him for some reason. Wait. He had a lightsaber. You all saw him right there. I had to do that.
What does that even mean?
I'm a Jedi. Okay then.
Did you know? Fire's hot.
See, guys, that never happened.
Did you know?
I did not know, actually. That was new for me. Oh, I'm gonna go through all this again. Woohoo.
Yup.
Should really save more often.
Like here. Direct moment and spot would be moving very advantageous.
What the? Hey, I just opened you. No. But, what? Wait a second. Maybe I can only open it when the light's white. Or something. Dude.
Sure, saw on the other side.
There we go, yeah. No, because I did a complete circuit. That was the only one.
Oh. Thought there was one next to the green box.
I told you guys I'm not going to use a red lightsaber because that's for evil people.
That's saberless.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think of the black lightsaber, man?
What?
What?
Feigning ignorance. What? What? What?
Are you trying to pretend that they don't exist? You monster?
No, actually, they do exist.
Yeah, they do. So do white ones. I know. I think the only one that I was like, I don't think there's a rainbow one.
Well, in the Clone Wars, they actually have a black lightsaber.
Yeah. You actually got like a lot of different colors in the what was that thing called?
Okay.
In Unleashed. Or whatever the heck it was called.
Force Unleashed, yeah.
Yeah. You got a lot of lightsaber colors there. To be honest, I really did like the gameplay in that game. I didn't particularly like how the stances were done. I really did like the whole like standing there and having your lightsaber pointing in the opposite direction when not fighting somebody with your back turned to them is just the weirdest, and
yeah,
I don't like it.
I'm with you. It is weird. My problem with that game is very petty, but it's still my problem with the game. After playing these games so much, I tried Force Unleashed and found out that I had to lightsabers did not kill people in one hit or anywhere close to one hit. And after that, I was like, oh gosh, oh. Okay then. I couldn't really enjoy the game because I was like, my lightsaber should be cutting fools.
But that's like one of the two major ways of actually dealing damage.
Right, but I mean, it should be like one-hit kills, because I was so used to playing this game, and I know, like I said, I know that's kind of a petty reason, but it's my reason.
I mean, what about like the like, I can understand like normal like suited enemies and whatnot, but what about like?
Oh, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not worried about bosses. I'm talking about just I was running into stormtroopers and having to cut them like 6 or 7 times, and I was just like.
Alright, I can see that. I do remember that at the beginning of the game was...
But the thing is, I fully recognize that's technically not a good reason to not like a game, but whether I can see that not being a good reason or not, I can't change the fact that I just can't get into the game. So... Okay. I remember this.
Why are there people in here?
Huh?
Why are there people in this area? Because it looks like an area that's more for like...
It does seem a bit odd, doesn't it?
Yeah, it seems like a heating coil area where like a lot of the things that are happening here are not for particular people use. There's just people just perched on ledges and stuff.
Maintenance workers, maybe?
Joan.
And I was just laughing at him too. Oh gosh. Where's Huh. Okay, I guess there's no one else. I am actually going to redo that because I stepped on the bad thing. And force speed.
What is making that sort of red laser floor?
The best kind of thing, Biff.
Oh, I'm asking what?
I have no idea.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna have to wait a whole cycle now. Boom.
Oh no. Not all of that cycle.
Dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
I have not played Force Unleashed 2, so I don't really know how that works out.
I heard people weren't very fond of the story.
Well, the story of the first one wasn't particularly that good either, so whatever.
It's like, so who cares? Oh my god, what?
He got you good.
I want to call cheap.
So, fooled you.
That was cheap. That was cheap as hell.
Can you see him from there?
I can. Gotta get him right in his smug mouth.
Smug mouth?
You heard me.
I do want to play it because I've played so many games that people say were good that I didn't like. I played so many games that people didn't like. I thought they were good. I have a hard time actually believing people nowadays.
Hey, if you just play Leisure Suit Larry, it's good.
Well, yeah, no. I am going to do that, but you should save.
I should.
Because you look like you're going to be doing something.
Alright. No, 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 no. I was kind of stuck.
Well,
I have an idea. My idea didn't work. What? What? Oh, okay, hang on, I started too soon, that's why.
Somebody saying in the chat for suggesting Leader Suit Larry, I think that earns you a red lightsaber.
Well, they'd be wrong.
No, I think they got a point.
Well, let's see what happens. If they're right, then I'll get a red lightsaber.
See what happens.
Yeah.
And what do you mean, see what happens?
Nope, it's still green. I guess they're wrong.
What are you talking about?
Well, if they're right, I get a
you
red lightsaber.
have to change them.
What? No, no.
That's how it works.
I don't, Yeah. And? Alright. Let me quick save.
The original Leisure Suit Larry isn't bad. Modern ones, however. Alright. I've actually done a ton of research on the Leisure Suit Larry games. I thought 1 was a pretty good start. 2 was... How do I put this? 2 was good, but a bit more of that, like, you didn't know exactly what you needed to do and you had to do very specific actions to get through it. 3 was pretty good. I think 5 was okay, and then they started sort of going down, and then once it hit the Xbox was one of the best Leisure Suit Larry games. And then Xbox 360, which is the Leisure Suit Larry box office bust, is the worst one out of all of them, easily.
Were there any of them that you would really say was a great game? Or were they all just decent, but...
I would probably say 3 was a pretty interesting shot at it, and to be honest, I think the one for Xbox was actually pretty entertaining. So,
right.
yeah,
I was given an apple. I'm gonna eat the apple.
Can't get enough natural.
I don't know, something about the whole premise of I'm just a guy who's going around trying to get laid. I can't really get into a game like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It sort of makes sense, and it actually they did a really good story for the one for Xbox.
Well, it can make all the sense in the world. I mean, there's tons of guys who are like that. I just wouldn't want to play as one.
Let me give you... I think this was the concept of the first game. If I might have to do some research again. But from what I remember, the first game was actually about... He was being so depressed because for all of his life he never got laid. So he's actually considering suicide, so you actually need to get him laid within a time limit or else he kills himself.
Yeah. Still, it's a guy about trying to just get sex, and I'm not really for that. Alright, I mean, yes, it does seem like an interesting premise, but it's not... You know what? And in that sense, I would say, first of all, it's a rather unhealthy outlook, because if you're thinking suicide because you haven't had sex, getting sex is not really going to fix the problem. But...
I wouldn't dig too deep into that, to be honest, because it's supposed to be tongue-in-cheek.
Well, yeah. No, but the thing is that my problem with it is that if I understand correctly, it's a whole game where I'm just trying to pick up women. I wouldn't want to do that.
Sort of. In this particular game, yes, there's no particular like love interest or anything like that. In the second, third, and the one for the college one that was for the Xbox, all had actually a particular love interest, a particular girl that he liked and she liked him back. I'm telling you, like, these games are actually have some depth and actual humor and gameplay and things like that, and this game is just wretched. Like, I literally was just like, I wonder how all the other games, like, maybe it's just like this series of games. Nope. No, it's actually, the game itself is just that bad.
I'm sorry, Biff.
You know, I'm glad I did play that game, because it did introduce me to a whole bunch of other games I would have not actually looked into. That is the one good thing I can say about it. It was so bad, I needed to figure out how bad it was and found some good things along the way. And, it's really hard to give that game any credit at all. Because,
That's how I found Mass Effect. I thought, good God, KOTOR, this is the worst game ever. I wonder if all the BioWare games are bad. And then you just wait for the chat to explode. What? Whoops.
You know, it was a bad game. I see you're really interested in what I'm about to say.
Well, I am. I'm also eating an apple. So.
Be ready to spit out the apple, because I'm going to be getting this to Skyrim. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. You think it's a bad game.
No, I don't think it is. It's a fact.
Yeah, I know you're smart enough not to actually believe that. You got to try and convince me you're less intelligent.
See, you know, but the rest of the chat doesn't know.
What? What? No, no! Air go up, me go up too, game. That's how it works. SpiffySquee, you can't consider SpiffySquee evil per se, because he was insane. Evil is well, actually, it kind of... Ooh, hello. Hang on.
I sense a disturbance in the force, but there's something strange about it.
You will die.
One day, I will die, yes. It's like, is evil a mentality, or... Whoa, hello.
Alright, two things. One, wait, Squee, did you say KOTOR was bad? Red Saber, now.
No.
You fear me.
Oh! Oh!
Strange. He looked like a Jedi and fought like a Jedi, but his power felt so warped.
Kyle says, strange, he looked like a Jedi and fought like a Jedi, and I just want to add, but he died like a punk. I'm sorry, you have to admit, that was a pretty sweet kill right there.
Yes. I don't know.
What?
This is not going to be good.
What?
Can you see the chat?
No, what?
See what Ranger said?
What? I'm curious. No, not today, Piff. Not today.
You said that every day.
Oh yeah, I mean,
all of the days.
Well, because personally, we've debated this to death, you and I really don't have any interest in going over it again. We've reached a point where we agree to disagree, and yeah, it's another 6-hour debate I'd rather not get into.
Well, this is me with Durango.
Right, but it's my stream.
Right. That's what I'm...
Now, you're more than welcome to have a PM with Durangel or whatnot. I mean, I'm not trying to pull it to the my stream card, but it means that I would have to, if not be involved in the debate, at least be a party to it. And you and I, the time we have spent. The time, Piff.